Hello, BookTube. I had fun the other day doing that unboxing here on the channel. So I thought I'd do it again. UPS was very generous today, 16 packages, and I've singled out 4 to just try. We'll open them together and see what's in them. And once again, I split the haul between mainstream books and self-published books, just for interest's sake. If you'd rather all self-published or all mainstream, let me know. The first one, there we go, is from Stafford, Texas. And it is for the historical novel review. It's a self-published historical novel. Let's see what we have here, shall we? Sedalia by Cynthia Tolliver. It's a woman, some flowers, and a horse. Let's see here. After fleeing post-Civil War Georgia, John Masters Sr. and his wife Virginia Masters and their rebellious servant Jesse Lindsay have built a new life in Texas ranch country. Now their offspring, Johnny Masters and Rachel Lindsay, are in love. On the isolated, sprawling Sedalia ranch, their youthful dalliances are largely overlooked until Rachel becomes pregnant, which would do it, forcing Rachel to leave Texas for a freedmen's school in Georgia. Interesting. So what does the author have to say? Please find enclosed a copy of my historical novel. Thank you for your consideration. Very nice. So that goes on the package. That is Sedalia, Texas ranch country. Let's see. Next one we'll do will be mainstream. One of these big prepackaged things. Let's see what this is. This unboxing isn't too slow, is it? I don't know if it is or not. This is from Tor, and it is Ada Palmer's Too Like the Lightning, which I never get ARCs for science fiction, so this is, of course, brand new to me. This comes out in first week of May. Let's see here. Mycroft Canner is a convict. For his crimes, he is required, as is the custom of the 25th century, to wander the world being as useful as he can to all he meets. Carlyle Foster is a sensayer, a spiritual counselor in a world that has outlawed the public practice of religion, but which also knows that the inner lives of humans cannot be wished away. Okay. Needless to say, I'm not particularly fond of the equation there of inner life with religion. But let's see what Ada Palmer has to say. She is a professor in the history department of the University of Chicago, specializing in the Renaissance. Well, okay. So I might not like her, the slightly woo-woo connotations of her plot, but I love her field of study. So that's Too Like the Lightning. That comes out next month. Finished copy. And then we'll do another historical novel review. And this one is No Return Address. Let's see here. This is I got a sticky note with the publisher's information, and it is by Nicole Evelina, and it is called Camelot's Queen, Guinevere's Tale, Book 2. Look at how beautiful that is. Good Lord. That is lovely. If you saw that on a Barnes & Noble front table, you'd think it was the prettiest book in the batch. Let's see here. So, forced into marriage she neither anticipated nor desired, Guinevere finds herself High Queen, ruling and fighting alongside Arthur as they try to subdue the Saxons, the Irish, those Irish, they're always trouble, the Picts, who threaten Britain from every direction. Though her heart still longs for her lost love, two guesses who that is, Guinevere slowly grows to care for her husband as they join together to defeat their enemies. Very nice. Can't, off the top of my head, remember if I read book 1. I'm guessing I did, since I'm sort of a sluice gate through which these things come. But that's very promising. And then our last one for today, another mainstream book. We'll just tear it open like on Christmas morning. What is this? Oh, yes, indeed. This is Europa Press. This is their World Noir series. This is called Fever City by Tim Baker. Europa just can't be beat, especially for international crime novels. Let's see here. Summoned to a mansion in the Hollywood Hills to investigate the disappearance of the son of a millionaire. We've all been there, haven't we? Weary PI Nick Alston uncovers evidence of what appears to be a kidnapping might be something far more malevolent. In search of the boy, he tugs at a string that begins to unravel a Byzantine conspiracy with stunning implications. Alston's actions will have consequences more serious than any he could have imagined. Reverberating 3 years later in 1963, as hired gun Philip Hastings finds himself tasked with the impossible but by a brutal gangster in the days leading up to the assassination of a president. And it's not Garfield. Interesting. Oh, so who is this person? Who is Tim Baker? Well, Tim Baker, when he's at home. He was born in Sydney, moved to Italy in his early 20s, and lived in Spain before moving to Paris. Sounds rather indeterminate to me. As director of consular operations at the Australian Embassy in France. Okay, well, maybe that explains the fact that, hilariously, his book has a cover blurb from Balzac, who I suspect has not read it. He doesn't do much reading anymore. Behind every great fortune, there are many crimes. Well, that's Balzac in a nutshell for you, isn't it? A banality, masquerading as profundity. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because the World Noir series is so good that every book in this series is great. So I will gobble this right up. And there you have it. That's another successful unboxing. And if you like these, as I mentioned last time, just let me know and we'll keep doing them. And also a point I don't think I stressed enough last time: if you like any of these books, not the self-published ones, obviously they're spoken for, I need to deal with them, but the mainstream books, if you see something that you can't live without, just let me know. And I'll add you to the ever-growing list of booktubers who get packages in the mail from Steve. But until tomorrow, thank you, BookTube.